Welcome to day one of Embrace Your Empath Without the Overwhelm. I'm glad you could join me. My name is Cherlynn Thomas, and we're going to get busy with our 5-day training on how to overcome the overwhelm and embrace your empath. So we're going to get started in just a second. Feel free to pop into the comments and say hello and where you're from. Also, you're welcome to post any questions throughout this training, and these will be recorded and available to those who are signed up. So please get signed up. There's a post in a separate link. I'll post the link in the comments later as to where you can sign up to get notifications of all the trainings via email, and I'm glad to have you. Again, I'm Cherlynn Thomas. Hold on just a second. I'm going to try and get my backup recording started, so please just bear with me. My old cell phone is running out of battery, so I don't know if it's going to work. There we go. So welcome to day one. So if you have ever had the experience of being an empath or having intuitive insight to other people's emotions or feelings, or just tend to either cry a lot or tend to get sick and feel some kind of stuff in your gut, then that may indicate that you're an empath. For those of you who already know that you're an empath, this is the training for you. So what we're going to do is talk about how to shift from having that be so overwhelming and sometimes debilitating and even paralyzing, not like like a traditional physical paralysis, but more so just completely stuck and not able to move forward and not able to kind of sometimes function very well because of the complete overwhelm and shutdown, because there's just too much onslaught of emotion. If that's ever you, this training is for you. So please make sure you grab those emails and join our Facebook group for this training. You'll really, really enjoy the content that we have for you, and also the community and the connection of like-minded souls. It's very common for people who are empaths to kind of think that they are either that everyone else kind of thinks that way, or everyone else kind of has these issues, or that they also sometimes think that they're a little bit wacky or need to be in the woo-woo world, or that they feel fear and not safe about sharing their insights and their spiritual gifts. But this is a place of safety, a place there's no fear, where you have like-minded individuals. So I'm glad that you could join us in this training, and we're going to start with day one. You should have received an email at 6 o'clock this morning, so look around that time frame. 6 o'clock Eastern time. I'm in the Pacific time frame, so it'll be way down there in the list of emails. So grab that, because it has your assignment for today, and it's just a quick and easy assignment, and it's all around the basis of gratitude. So that's our assignment, and our topic for today is about gratitude. Now, just a little back step. I wanted to, sorry, I'm just, these notifications that show up, it's like distracting a little bit. So anyway, what I wanted to share is that a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I didn't really recognize that I was even an empath. I knew that I had certain gifts and spiritual gifts, and I kind of kept those to myself. But then I was having some issues with my daughter, who was 8 years old at the time. She was always kind of the whiny baby, the kind of clingy, and for me, it was emotionally draining. And so I was always having a little bit of a struggle with that. And I would pray about it, and I would think about how to, help her, but it was just like very stuck and paralysis for me. But what happened is, when she was 3 months old, she would get these recurrent fevers. And we were one time away on a vacation, and my daughter was down with this recurrent fever that she would get, and they sent us at 3 months old to a hospital that was for children. It was a specialized hospital. They did a full workup on her, including a spinal tap at 3 months old. I was just overwhelmed. I actually couldn't even be in the same room with that going on. My sister, who's a nurse, she was able to go with my daughter, but it was an overwhelm to me. I couldn't even be there. It was just way too much. So after the whole workup they couldn't find anything. They couldn't find anything that was going on with her. They gave her a shot in her leg and sent us home. Then there was a lot of follow-up, and then she would continue to get these fevers, kind of high fevers, like 103, 105 sometimes, when that's, as an infant, that's not enough. I want to check, yeah, sorry, distraction. So anyway, she would get these recurrent fevers, like every 3 months, she'd come down with another fever, we'd go through the whole routine, and I just wanted to help her, and I was very concerned about it being so frequent and things like that. So I was trying to get some tools to help her. That's when I got started with herbs, and then later I got started with essential oils, and they would always help her and take her fever down and things like that, but then they would always come back. So I was, for almost 8 years trying to find a solution that would get to the root cause. So the root cause was kind of what I was after, and I never found that until about 2 years ago. I was working with an energy worker for some things for myself, and then also turned that to my children. And then guess what? The energy worker allowed me to know that she was an empath, and I was like, well, duh! I could not believe that I had not connected that, had not realized that she was taking on the emotions of other people, and that was making her ill, physically ill. So I started asking her questions. Where is it that you feel it? And it was always in her stomach, kind of the solar plexus. She would feel that right in her gut. And so I was just trying so much so now my intent for my herbs and essential oils has totally shifted. I still use those, but I shifted them to more of a support for her emotional well-being and for her empathic abilities. So that was fantastic. But the second thing that happened that was even more important is that I launched into a spirit of gratitude rather than, oh, this is my whiny child, what do I do? This was an opportunity where I recognized that she was extraordinarily gifted. So I was really grateful for that. So happy to shift my focus, my intent, my manifestation, all things shifted for this wonderful child towards a state of gratitude and grateful for her, and just empowered with her magnificent gifts, that she didn't have anything physically wrong with her nor spiritually wrong with her. She was on fire with connection. She was on fire with being able to have deep insights into people's feelings and emotions and things like that. So it was really, really fantastic. So it completely shifted the whole thing. So I want you to, your daily assignment today is about gratitude. I want you to journal for about 5 minutes on the word gratitude and how it relates to you and your empathic abilities. So how is it that gratitude connects for you and your empathic abilities? What transformation is there for you? For example, we can, have ourselves kind of off here in this plane up here, kind of sensing everyone else's stuff out here, or we can kind of sense ourselves kind of grounded. So this element or aspect and gift of gratitude connects those two. It connects the plane of connectedness and groundedness, and it also connects our spiritual abilities so that we can stand in both places without overwhelm. So think about how gratitude can help you without the overwhelm to stay grounded here and also connect to your spiritual gifts here. We don't want to shut them off. We don't want to disempower them. We just want them to not overwhelm us so that we're stuck in that paralysis. That paralysis, believe me, I've been there a lot of times, and it is not fun. So please try and think of gratitude and how it can keep you here and here together. And it's just, kind of more an expansive view of how your gifts operate, and more of a grander view of them, not so narrow and shrunken and shriveled and incapable and stuck and overwhelmed and in pain and sick from it and having to stay home and in bed and all those kind of things that happen when we have the overwhelm and the shutdown. So think about how gratitude can help you to transform and shift that. Okay, so that's your assignment, is to write that down in your journal, and then post in these comments of this video or the daily post of today, day 1, empath, embrace your empath. Post them there, your comments about your kind of takeaways, what you learned, your aha moments for yourself. Okay, so that's your assignment for today. Let's see, just checking my notes. Yes, this element of gratitude is something that really helps us calm our minds and kind of gives us the grounding that we need. And that's what we're after, is kind of finding that platform of grounding. Just put a basis there that seals that spot where you don't sink below it. It just seals that spot so that you're in the realm of gratitude and above. Okay, so that's what we're talking about today. So this allows us to be in a much higher vibration, and the vibration allows us to expand up to here and stay in this high vibration while also not sinking and having the roof cave in on us like that. Okay, so it also gives us a lot of grace and comfort to have gratitude about our gifts, and it helps us to have support through our meditations and pondering, and just gives you a state of being of support. You know, that support platform is right there for you with when you put gratitude in that place. So those are a few ideas that you can think about for your journaling and for your writing for today. I love you guys, and thank you so much for listening. I'll hop back on tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time for the add-on training that we'll be having for this Embrace Your Empath Without the Overwhelm training. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.